of our family's connections is in this poem my mum wrote for Mahmoud Darwish. When I was very small in the 70s, I was being reminded by Mary, and they would come over to our house and hold meetings and organize. And I was very young, and I thought we were talking to other Indians. We were called Indians in the 70s. Since then, the government's changed my nationality about 5 times. So in this poem, you'll hear Lee say, Palestinians, and that is probably the memory of my 4-year-old, 3-year-old self who thought we were all Indians together. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to carry my mother's words forward. I was blessed to be raised by parents who have a solid politics. Mom, Lee Maracle. Pardon me if I get emotional. Mahmoud's poems are beads of sweat, dripping from stressed and weathered foreheads, to fall near silent amid the incessant Israeli bombs, to rise, pearls of blood, from between the bits of rubble clutched by Palestinians, chasing a livelihood from a shrinking land base. They become desperate word flowers, blooming nonetheless, from a land occupied by settlers chronically stealing the lives of children. It's December. Toronto, Toronto. Gaza is on fire again. Another wounded knee. Another massacre. No muskets this time. Tanks, monster machines, bombs and missiles pummel the children. How brave is this? 40 below in Winnipeg. Palestinians and Indigenous children with placards. Stop killing children in Palestine. Free Gaza. My tears freeze on my face. My daughter is there. That was me. Just as she was 35 years ago, chanting, "Free Palestinians." My frozen tears are cutting pain lines on my face. In between the rubble, Darwish's last words, look at the world. Say goodbye to Edward Said. Peer past the camps, the bombs and the hypocrisy. Stubborn, resistant, eternal. There is no tomorrow in yesterday, so let us advance. I stare at a photo. A small boy cradles a pair of stones gleaned from the rubble. I imagine him hearing Darwish's ghostly last words from these stones. They testify, this is his home. He clutches them. He looks set to advance. The stones are no longer simply rubble. They cradle a story. They cradle his memory. They cradle his hope. They cradle Darwish's last testament. There is no tomorrow in yesterday, so let us advance. In this boy's hands, the stones transform. They are the story makers of his future. They are his beginning. Beloved stones, the last bits of some place called home. They become my stones of conscience. They are his stones of pride. They will become his stones of belonging. They are the rocks of justice for us all. His face is set. His eyes see past the rubble. They see forward to his return, forward to the restoration of his homeland, forward to the right of return. In his eyes, I see Indigenous, global tenacity. I touch the stones in the photo, caress his face, commit to building a bridge, an arc of light under this wind of war, of dispossession. I want to build a pathway and blow us all towards freedom and justice. I want the wind of freedom to echo, the resonance of Mahmoud's breath tracks of being. Let us pick up this stone of justice, build this bridge that will lead us to the laughter of belonging, of being where we belong, of being who we are and always will be. The light shines back at me from his eyes. The light illuminates his stones. Bound as these stones are to his resolve to traverse across the abyss between his refuge and the tanks, my commitment to Palestine floats on the light emanating from his eyes and captures my heart. I whisper, Palestine, Palestine, free Palestine, wounded knee, no more wounded knees. I imagine him listening, hearing me, nearly smiling, just before he throws his stones. Solidarity forever and free Palestine! Woo!